Hey everyone, Justin Smith there, scouting and recruiting analyst at Touchdown Alabama. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another film reaction video as I break down some highlights from the Crimson Tide's top commits and targets in each recruiting class. We are rolling the series back out. Over the next couple of weeks, I will constantly break down film from some of the Tide's commits in the 2023 recruiting class, film from their junior seasons, of course, as they head into their senior year. Talk about some of the things that they will look to show that they have improved on as well. Also talk about some of their strengths, some of the things that they were able to do really well during their junior seasons. A couple of these guys will actually look at their sophomore film too, just break down what they bring to the table. But today we're going to take a look at Tony Mitchell, a five-star defensive back out of Thompson High School in Alabaster, Alabama, verbally committed to the Crimson Tide in June over programs like Texas A&M, Florida, and others. Had more than 30 offers on the table before he made that decision to verbally commit to the Crimson Tide. I know the Aggies recruiting him really hard. The Gators did as well, but it was the Crimson Tide who won out in the end to pick up the five-star defensive back who has been a five-star on most recruiting sites for several years. I think during the initial rankings or ratings of the 2023 recruiting class years ago, I think across all major recruiting sites, he was a five-star. I knew at one point he was rated as the #1 cornerback on a lot of sites, and he actually started out as a cornerback during his freshman season at Thompson High School, who has consistently dominated as of late, winning multiple championships in a row. I think they're going out the four-peat this upcoming season, and Tony Mitchell has been a part of all of those things. When I think about it, he has won a championship every single year that he has played for the Warriors. But he transitioned over to the safety position a couple of years ago, and he has been a safety for the last couple of seasons. But his roots are at cornerback, and I think you're going to see that when I take a look at his junior film, the way that he is able to play in man coverage really well when he's alone on the island. He can move really well and doesn't look uncomfortable because he has that in his bag and he has experience playing in that particular position. But we're going to take a look at what he was able to do as a junior, as he made 55 tackles and was able to come up with 2 interceptions, leading the way on a very, very experienced and great defense for Thompson High School on last season. Of course, we have John Ivory, our producer at Touchdown Alabama, running the film. Let's get everything rolling now. Let's see what Tony Mitchell brings to the table. Currently standing at 6'2", weighing approximately 180 pounds. I think he plays a bit longer than he actually is. As you guys see that he's able to make a play on his first play, shows off his concentration as he did have to bobble the ball a little bit. We're actually going to rewind that first play. Let's take a look at it a little bit deeper. See, like I say, he has that cornerback roots. He's playing as a cornerback, showing off his physicality, breaking on the football, showing off that concentration, like I said earlier, to pull the ball in. But like I said, he has that cornerback background, cornerback roots, so he can play in man coverage and not look out of place, although he played safety for the most part during his junior season for the Warriors. I think he's going to be lined up covering the slot wide receiver. I think he's playing more so safety. Goes up and attacks the football, snatches the football out of the air, showing off that he can use his long arms to his advantage. I think he's definitely plays a bit longer than he actually is, with him currently standing at about 6'2". Has continued to fill out his weight at about 180 pounds now. He's also a guy who's not afraid to come downhill and make some big hits, as he was able to cause a fumble on that last play. Great size, and I think his size was able to help him make that big hit on the last play. In man coverage once again. Rewind that play. I like that play for a lot of reasons, but of course you definitely want him to get his head around consistently. That is something that you want to see out of a cornerback, but he also did, a defense back in general, but he also did something that was really good. Also, he played through the wide receiver's hand. You see the wide receiver catching the football. We can rewind it back one more time, John, but see the wide receiver having the football in his hands, and basically Tony Mitchell came through the middle, played through his hands and knocked the ball out of his hands. So that was great coverage. Of course, like I said, you want to see him continue to work on getting his head around, but he did play through the wide receiver's hand, not giving up on the play. So you see that they can definitely play man coverage really well. Looks comfortable there. Whoa, we can rewind that back. I think he just wanted to hit that guy. That probably was a bit dangerous. That might have been a flag with the targeting rules. I think he led with his. Rewind it one more time, John. Did he? try to pause it like soon as he make contact, if that's possible. I know he tried to make it look like a push. Would have been a questionable call. I don't think we had the technology to go just like pause it all the way. Yeah, I definitely think that wide receiver was not protected on that play, but he's like I said, he can be a physical defensive back. Probably work on easing up on that play. That's just a game of football now. Nice coverage, but definitely needs to get his head around consistently, like I said earlier on that last play when he did play through the wide receiver's hand. Come down making a great hit, great tackle, gets low. Nice tackle in the open field. Nice reaction skills on that play. We can go back to that last play. It's actually the last play that we are going to take a look at as we continue to break down Tony Mitchell here. See him in coverage again. Pretty sure this is man coverage. Nice way to react to the wide receiver. See his, like I said, you see that reaction skill. See him plant his foot as the wide receiver basically did, and in route back across the field, and see him making a play on the football as well. So there's a lot to like about Tony Mitchell. Like I said, he has that cornerback background, so he can play in man coverage. He's comfortable there. You would like to see him get his head around a little bit more consistently, but I'm pretty sure that is something that he's going to continue to try to work on heading into his senior season. Great frame, great body at the moment. I know he's listed probably last year's Thompson roster at about 6 foot 280 pounds. I think he's going to be listed more closer to 200 pounds this upcoming season as he's continued to try to fill out his frame, nice size. I think he has nice length as well. And I think he's going to be one of those guys who has versatility at the next level. He's going to possibly be a safety, in my opinion. I think that is his natural position. But if he was put at the cornerback position of the Crimson Top field, he could excel there. They just needed him to be there. I think he could definitely have some success in that area as well. I think it is important when you take a look at any of these guys' film. They are high school kids. He is just a junior. He still has one full season of high school football left, and he still has some more development to do once he gets to the next level. But you see so much potential in a kid like this in terms of his length, his ability to react and just plant his foot, come down and help and run support. Has shown some potential to play really good coverage, really good in coverage and man coverage, and also play safety really well, come down and make some big hits. So I'm pretty sure the Crimson Tide are excited to get him on campus in the future. They have been recruiting him for a very long time. So have so many other programs across the country pulling in his first D1 offer as an 8th grader. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Subscribers, hit that notification bell, be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama.